Now that we've covered how our students will get to and from school, let's talk about what's happening inside the classroom. Joining us now is Randall Maxwell, Senior Director of Student Support Services for Beaumont ISD, and he's here to talk about a big change coming to all of our secondary campuses in response to a new Texas law that requires school districts to limit or ban student cell phone use during the instructional day. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Maxwell.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Yes. First, let's let you tell us a little bit about your role and what your department oversees in BISD.
Thank you for that question. Yes, I'm the Senior Director of Student Support Services. That also involves Dr. Valdez, but our role encompasses a lot of different things. We handle the discipline for the district, especially if a student would be assigned to our DAP, our pathways. Unfortunately, if they are assigned to the JJAP or the Jefferson County Juvenile Justice System, we also have teachers and schooling out there, or mini Rogers. So really it encompasses a lot of different things as far as student handbook, student code of conduct, discipline.
Yes.
You know, again, everything that's under that, but I also work with our transportation department, health services department, and our maintenance department.
Sounds like you have a lot on your plate.
It's a big plate. It holds a lot. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, let's talk about the new state law that limits or bans the use of cell phones or creates a cell phone free environment for our students. Now, we need to say, or we need to note that we actually started looking at Yondr pouches even before this became law, correct?
Yes, ma'am. We have, in Beaumont Independent School District, really have researched this probably starting 2.5 years ago. But we went all in this year by visiting not only Killeen, Dallas Independent School District, Richardson Independent School District, spoke with Woodville Independent School District, who is currently using it. And of course, those school districts that I mentioned are currently using it. But we also called people on the East Coast, California, Arkansas. You know, so we tried to look at it nationally to get a broad perspective of the good, the bad, you know, what people are saying is working, not working. Then we went further because we did have a policy this year about students not having or having access to their cell phones. We started tracking data of how many students got in trouble with having their cell phone out. So once we looked at all of those data points, once we spoke with people, once we went and visited schools, then we brought it before the school board, and the school board in March voted to have this tool to help us with the implementation of a phone-free environment. But the state law goes even further. It says no communication devices. So when we're talking about communication devices, students cannot have earbuds at school, a phone, smartwatches. Now, they can bring them, and this is why we went with this tool. They will actually place those items in the Yondr pouch at the beginning of the school day, lock that pouch up, and then at the end of the school day, unlock that, and they'll have access to those telecommunication devices.
Now, what were some other options that you looked at besides the Yondr pouch, or were there other options?
There were definitely other options, and there were lockers, cell phone lockers that a school could purchase. There was the Yondr pouch. There was the a couple other items that would lock up the phone, but we really felt like students and parents would want them to keep the device on them. So the Yondr pouch allows the student to follow the law by locking up the device. Of course, it has to be powered down. That's the key. They have to power it, everything down, the smartwatch, the earbuds, the phone. They place it in the pouch. They lock the pouch. They get to keep the pouch on them. And I do have a pouch.
And you brought
here.
a pouch with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. This is the actual pouch that everything will fit in. Of course, it has a place for the ID. The schools are going to number each and every one of these. and again, as you stated, this is secondary schools. This is 6th through 12th grade.
There you go.
The
Yes.
law still applies for elementary school, though, because we know some 3rd, 4th, 5th graders have cell phone devices. They're just not allowed to have them out or bring them to school, okay? But we're not going to supply the Yondr pouch. Now, I'm going to demonstrate. Every one of the schools in secondary will have this unlocking device.
Yes.
The student will bring the pouch to school every day. They will.
And each student will be given a pouch on the first day of school,
Very first day of school.
even if they don't have a device.
Well, that's a great question. Even if they don't have a device, they're going to be given a pouch. But you can see how easily this unlocked. Then they would just take their cell phone, and I'll demonstrate with mine. Of course, I would power it down so
Yes.
it's not on. They would place it in here along with their earbuds, their smartwatch, line everything up, push the button, and now it's locked.
It is locked.
They hold on to the pouch all day long.
So it's still in their possession.
Still in their possession. We don't want separation anxiety as far as physically removing the pouch or the phone from them. They are responsible for this pouch the entire year. If they lose the pouch, damage the pouch, mutilate the pouch, cut the pouch, bedazzle the pouch, it's a $30 charge.
$30.
Okay? So, first day of school, during homeroom or advisory period, every student, as you mentioned, let's say Randall does not own a phone. I'm in the 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, whatever grade. I'm still given a pouch. I take it home. I'm responsible for the pouch all year long. At the end of the year, I give it back. If you lose the pouch, it's $30. Now, why would we do that? Let's say I have a birthday and my grandparents want to buy me a phone. I already have the pouch assigned to me, the number and everything. I would just get my birthday gift, put it in the
Start
pouch,
using.
Start using it.
There you
okay?
go.
I'm going to demonstrate unlocking it. At the end of the day, we have this device, which will be on rolling carts. We have handheld devices. And we have a device that would be mounted to the building in case I forget to unlock using the rolling cart device. But all I do is I place the pouch on top of the magnet, boom, it's unlocked. I take my stuff out. I have access to my phone, my smartwatch, and everything else. Key here is it has to be powered down. Now, for our students and our parents are going, well, what if my child doesn't bring the phone, they forget it, or they forget their pouch?
Get the pouch.
Okay, if they forget the pouch and they have the phone, they're in trouble. Because from the get-go, we are saying when you enter the school, you have to put all of your communication devices in the pouch and
lock it.
Lock it up, okay? So it's locked up. All right.
So you come to school.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have your pouch, but you do have your device. What happens next?
You are either going to voluntarily give your phone
Surrender
up
the phone.
or your smartwatch or whatever. We'll lock it up in the office, and we'll give it back to you at the end of the day. Now, let's say you don't do that and you're caught with it. There are consequences. And if you refuse to give up the phone or your smartwatch or whatever, of course, that's going to ramp up the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
But the consequences start with parent having to pick up the phone, receiving it at the end of the day or the next day, depending on how we work that out. But then let's say that happens the second time. Then it becomes ISS. Third time, more
In-school
ISS.
suspension, yes.
In-school suspension, I'm sorry. All the way up to 15 days of ISS. Then we roll over to out-of-school suspension. And then ultimately, if you keep doing it after your 5th or 6th time, you're going to be assigned to our alternative discipline school, our pathways, for 20 days. So,
but places like Woodville are finding lots of success with this and lots of cooperation.
well, it's not only Woodville, it's nationwide.
Right, no, but I'm just saying recently there was a story done by one of our local media stations, and they talked with the superintendent at Woodville, and she just spoke very highly of the program and talked about the great results that they are having with it.
Woodville is having fantastic results. Beaumont is going to have fantastic
Yes,
results.
we will.
Richardson has had fantastic results. results. Dallas has had fantastic results. I can keep going on and on and on. The results are these. One, the engagement between student to student is fantastically gone up. The engagement between student and teacher gone way up.
Conversations,
interacting.
Yes.
Questions being asked, questions being answered. Again, students are not being distracted, and that's the key here. You know, they get a text from whoever, and all of a sudden the teacher's teaching and the phone goes off, and boom, they're looking at it. If it's powered down in their Yondr pouch, they're not going to look at it. They're not even going to hear it.
Right.
But engagement goes up, and when engagement goes up, academics go up. Also, discipline has gone way down. You mentioned Woodville. The superintendent talked about the prior year they had, of course, Woodville's smaller, 600 different incident referrals. Once they started using the Yondr pouch, I think she said they were down to 15.
15 is what I remember, yes.
That number. Bullying down. Kids filming things inappropriately down. So, you know, not only are academics going up, discipline's going down, engagement is going up, teacher satisfaction in the actual industry is going up. We spoke with teacher after teacher in bigger districts that said, hey, I won't go teach at another school unless they have the Yondr pouch as a tool. And these are, you know, varying degrees, first-year teacher, third-year teacher, 20-year teacher. It's been a win all the way around. And that's why the legislature kicked it around, talked around, bipartisan support. Governor signs it. So we're moving forward with helping our kids help themselves get a good education.
Absolutely. Now, what happens if a student needs access to their phone for a legitimate reason?
I would think that, let's say an emergency occurred, and let's talk about an emergency.
Yes, let's define emergency for us.
Absolutely. Remember, parents, guardians, grandparents, brothers, sisters, even people that employ our young folks, you're not going to be able to just text or call unless it's an emergency. An emergency is a death. An emergency is an accident. An emergency is not, hey, Mom, I forgot my cleats.
Yes.
Or, hey, Mom, my pom-poms are not in my cheer bag. Or, hey, Mom, my band instrument. Or, hey, Mom, I forgot my lunch money. Or, hey, you know, hey, whoever. You
right.
know. It has to be an unfortunate accident, death,
something that absolutely cannot wait.
Just cannot wait, okay? And again, their parents, grandparents are going to have access to the school, but I want us to remember this. I'll take BU, 2,300 students. If 2,300 people try to get a message to their child in a single day, that's impossible.
Right.
That's just not going to happen, okay? We confine it to emergencies. You'll still be able to get to your child. We'll call your child out of the class, okay? We'll unlock, because again, we'll have the ability to unlock the cell phone. They can then contact you, or they can use the office phone, okay? In a true emergency, let's say a active shooter. You know, a lot of people say, well, why are we doing this, you know, active shooter? We want our students to be focused on the adult, the instructor, the police officer, the first responder. What we have found out is this. We have all these different devices, these different things. We block doors, we shut lights off. We don't want an active shooter knowing what's going on the other side in the classroom. But if I have 25 kids with cell phones and all of a sudden parents are texting them, phones ringing or whatever, and the active shooter's walking down the hallway, they hear all that. They now know, I got a bunch of people in this room.
And if I'm a student and I'm texting my parent, I can't really be focused on the adult who's giving me life-saving instructions.
Life-saving instructions, absolutely. Right. Now, once we reunify, absolutely, we're going to unlock. Heaven forbid if we had to cut the Yondr pouches open, we would. But, you know, we're not going to stop our parents and our kids being reunified. But we first got to get through the incident,
the crisis,
at hand, and through the crisis, yes, ma'am.
Very good. So, what kind of training has been provided to students, staff, and parents to help with this?
Absolutely great question. I want to roll back a little bit before we even talk about training. In May, we went to every secondary school, Dr. Valdez and myself. We went during lunch, every lunch, and we allowed students to come up to us, look at the Yondr pouches, feel the Yondr pouches, unlock the Yondr pouches, lock the Yondr pouches, put their phones, put their smartwatches in there. So we gave them a chance to really see, touch, and feel.
Touch, yes.
Absolutely. From there, we had training in June, on June 5th, I believe it was, for all of our secondary principals. Yondr came down. We explained everything to our principals. We talked about the schools. We actually showed them film footage of schools that were using it. Then we've also trained we trained our substitutes that were here in the administration building. Our new secondary teachers, we trained them today. We've obviously talked and demonstrated it to our school board members. So, we are hitting all of the people that need to be trained. But more importantly, before the first day of school, all of the principals and all of the teachers will be, in lots of different trainings. Well, one of them will be Yondr implementation, first day of school. We're giving them an actual slide deck that they're going to present to the students. We're going to talk about expectations, consequences, all of those things. So when a student receives their pouch and signs for their numbered pouch, they should know exactly what the expectations and consequences are.
All right. So tell us again, what can parents do to be supportive of this campaign, this initiative?
One, research it. Look at what the benefits of Yondr in the schools that are using Yondr are. Number two, have a plan. Talk to your student. Whether you're grandparent, grandfather, mother, father, whoever, what's going on today? What do you need today? We have a medical, dental appointment today. Do you have all of your books? Do you have your one-to-one device? Do you have your cleats? Do you have your baseball glove?
Just
whatever
like we
it
did
is.
in the olden days.
Well, just talk.
Yeah, talk. Have
More
conversation.
Have
yes.
a conversation. How was your day? Do you need lunch money? Do you need this? Do you need that? Just get it all planned out so that in case something does happen, if you have to call the school, you do, but really only make
It'll
sure.
cut down on all of
Yeah,
that.
it's going to cut down on that because we want our kids to be independent, right? We want
Absolutely.
our kids to function in society. Well, part of that is
Untethered.
Part of that is taking care of your business.
Yes.
So kids need to learn to take care of their business. Parents need to trust the kids that they can take care of their business. Schools are going to help them take care of their business. This is just a tool, again, that the legislature voted on to use to create a communications-free space.
Very good. Well, is there anything else that you want to share with our families about this new cell phone policy or student support in general?
Well, student support doesn't happen without parental support.
Right.
That's number one. And again, whether it's, grandparents, whoever, our kids need help being raised. Our kids need help with school. We are where we're at because of school or because of school, good, bad, or otherwise. We just want to partner with the community in helping our kids be the most successful that they can be. Lastly, again, legislature passed this. We're enacting it. We're following the law. We're doing what we think is the least invasive way to still follow the law. But remember, the pouch stays with the kid. The student gets to keep the pouch, take it home, bring it back, take it home, bring it back. So I think it's a win-win, honestly.
I think it will be as well. A huge thank you to Mr. Corey Metz and Mr. Randall Maxwell for joining us and helping to explain two major changes that will impact our students and families this school year. If you haven't already, be sure to register for transportation on BMTISD.com and take time to talk with your child about the new Yondr pouch policy so they're prepared when school starts. We'll be back soon with more updates, insights, and stories from across the district, all designed to keep you informed and inspired. Until then, thank you for joining us, and remember, in Beaumont ISD, we are all in all year.